Alright, so in this one, I want to go over who you guys should Zenkai. Now, I've done something similar to this with the exchange shop, and I'll be going over that in this video because I feel like it is actually important because Zenkais have changed from when I did that video. It was more that Zenkais were, you know, overall good and not really terrible. They were kind of in the midst of changing from good to as mediocre as they are now. And I feel like since that video, again, a lot has changed, right? So you look at all these Zenkais here, and just to mention, by the way, the plan for this channel, I'll stop doing this little self-promo thing, even though it's my channel, probably in like a week or something, but I'm gonna do it for now. The plan to hit 5K subs by Halloween to wear that Frieza costume. If you didn't see it, it's on Twitter. If you didn't see it, it's also in the 1 PM video. I show it off in the intro while explaining IT Goku. The plan, hit 5K subs by October 31st, Halloween. Then we wear that Frieza costume, 1 PM and 7 PM video. Obviously, this is a 7 PM video. You guys are involved. I know not everyone that watch 1 PM watch 7 PM and vice versa, but it's for both 1 PM and 7 PM watchers. Boom. And you know what I mean by that. My time zone, 1 PM, PvP, 7 PM, my time zone discussion video, right? So 5K subs, we are at what, 4,800 right now? So we are less than 200 away. I think we're like 150, 130 or something like that. Easily doable. We have what, 8 days left? I think we can easily do it, but I'd love to see the number before the 31st. So if you guys haven't, check out the channel, everything else about it besides this video, or if you just like this video, subscribe. Thank you, appreciate you. Now, Zenkais. Wow, self-promoing feels like ass. Zenkais. Now, you look at everything here. I have every single Zenkai, Zenkai 7, if not very close. Goku Black, Zenkai 5, and then Android 18, Zenkai 1, because, well, just Android 18, that's why. And Goku Black, I just didn't care about him to actually get Zenkai 7, which I probably will this season, but to look, because you see everyone's Zenkai 7 there, it's like, okay, this guy might know what he's talking about because he has everyone done. He's used all these characters at their peak potential Zenkai. So it's like, who do I buy? And I think it's changed for the good, right? Because Zenkais are broken. Honestly, the only really good Zenkais are in this shop. Like, maybe there's some exceptions. Red Gogeta's not in here. Is Bardock in here? I don't think Bardock's in here. But besides that, there's not really many exceptions. Appreciate you, Motorcycle Man. You are always my saving grace of my entire life. I would not live without you. But you look at it, most of the OP ones that you complain about, I complain about, or you see in PvP more prominently than anything else, are here. Super Saiyan 3 Goku, always in PvP. Goten, if running as a hybrid, he's probably there. If not, FSK is there. Again, Saiyans, name it Goku. Oh yeah, Bardock added, I think, last week, or 2 weeks ago. And DKP was added recently as well. So those are, again, 2 good Zenkais. And you keep looking, Fat Boo, Blue Goku, he's like the unit. Blue Goku's been out for what? Holy shit, his Zenkai. I think near a year, if not over a year. He's just the core of Gaki still. Like, Gaki hasn't had a replacement for Blue Goku, and I know Rival Goku exists and blah, blah, blah. Whatever, he's just not that much of a replacement, in my opinion, at least, because he's more of a crutch than a help, and you have to rely on other units to make Rival Goku look good, all this other stuff. You just look at this, though, it's like, who do you really, like, gotta buy? And I think this is more important now than ever because we have upcoming celebrations, like big ones, right? We have the Dragon Ball Super 2022 movie, Dragon Ball Super Superhero, that's going to come out 2022, right? So when it comes out in Japan, I think it's Japanese, well, in Japanese, in Japan, we're going to get that stuff in game. When we get the trailers, which we are getting a trailer, like, next month, if not the end of this month, beginning of next month. When a trailer drops, that character is coming to the game. So understand that. Movies, right? That's one tag. Then we have Black Friday coming. If I were just a guessing man and I know nothing, because I do know nothing, Super Gogeta LF and then Super Janemba LF. It's going to be a dual LF banner. Right? Maybe that could be it. Again, movies, right? I think they follow the theme of movies very well. You keep looking at this. What's the next All-Star? We have it in V-Jump. It's a Piccolo from the Cooler movie, the first Cooler movie. That is movies. right? So you kind of look at this and it's like, okay, well, who here is movies? You have Goten, you have not really anything else. Besides that, I mean, Blue Cooler, but you don't run him on fucking movies, right? You don't really have much else. Green Broly, I guess, but he'll be replaced by these new units. So it's like, okay, maybe not movies because they don't flow the greatest on those teams besides Green Broly on movies. So it's like, okay, what else could come? Again, Black Friday, there could be multiple things. I would say movies is a high chance, but it's easily accessible to do Master Ultra Instinct Goku and LF Full Power Jiren, dual LF banner. Okay? Well, you look at, I guess, God Key for UI Goku, or if you look at Rev Universe, or I guess Powerful Opponent for Jiren, you have at least something here, right? You have Blue Goku, you have Rival Universe or Powerful Opponent, you have Fat Boo who could go on Powerful Opponent, which I know it's not his ideal setup, but Fat Boo's never meant to be there to, like, hurt anybody, right? He's just kind of like your lock-in annoying type, right? DKP could probably flow well because he's flowing well with Cell right now. If Jiren, let's say, is, I don't know, let's say Jiren is red, full power, Jiren is red, and then boom, Cell, DKP, and fucking Jiren, all on Powerful Opponent, strike-based Powerful Opponent. Let's say he has, I don't know, Blast Armor to Special Moves Jiren, because he's just that fucking beefy, that man. Like, he's just a beefcake. You're not really struggling at that point, right? So you kind of can gauge if you're going through your guesses of what gets Zenkai. Like, again, MUI Goku, you look at Blue Goku, you look at FSK, you look at Goten, you look at these Saiyans and God Key units, I guess hybrids as well, but you look at all these type of units that are on their tags already, it's like, okay, let me kind of coincide with that. So it's like, okay, that also could happen. Then we have New Year's, and I'm not going to talk about the New Year's banner more. In particular, I'm going to discuss what comes along with New Year's. We get that Legends Limited Guaranteed banner. Now that is the important thing here. That, you won't be able to pick the LF you get, no, but it's 3 multis. Each multi, you're guaranteed an LF at the end of it. You can get multiple LFs in it, but at the end of it, you're guaranteed 1 LF at least, in 3 multis to 3 LFs. Now, who will be on that? My guess, personally, is Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta will return this next banner, because Zamasu just returned, and it's been about 4 months. So Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta returns this banner for Black Friday. Then, we get Gogeta, Zamasu, not to rival Gohan, and everything before them. Return. So you have Future Gohan, Kid Buu, Rose, all these other LFs that are really fucking good, by the way, returning. And then with that in mind, you can think of other setups. Okay, Kid Buu's returning on this guaranteed LF banner. Let me look at Piccolo. Okay, Rose's returning. Maybe I have a high star Vegito Blue, and I can use, I don't fucking know, whatever the fuck to flow with him, because I have Rose, Vegito Blue. Maybe I run, who the fuck would actually be an option for that? Holy shit. Who would be an option? Who actually would be a red option? Zamasu, yeah, but it's like, he's obviously not a fucking Zenkai, right? Who would be a red option, actually? I guess with a leader update, it doesn't really matter, because leader update, I mean, you could run Red Gogeta at that point on a Strike Future team, because you just bring Red Gogeta into the fight, boom, you have Blue, Red, Purple, he gets all the leader stuff when he's actually the leader and he's part of the team, right? So you could just bring that. And, I mean, with that being said, even the leader update, that's happening, right? Everyone here, you can run anywhere. You could run this Frieza, and holy shit, this Frieza's going to see, like, a lot more play. Maybe not because he's that great, but because he holds a blue card. You know, people used to do that gimmicky team of Namek Goku, Red Hercule, and this Frieza to make Namek Goku just have infinite blue cards, and it's like, that's kind of reality at this point. Like, you can run this LF Frieza with Namek Goku, and then have, I don't know, who the fuck would you want? Just any other Sun Family or Saiyan member that actually has another decent blue card. Boom, you run them all together. Okay, you have incentive to get Frieza. Okay, Goten, given he wants to be with the fucking Gohan, you can run Gohan, like, purple, red, and have that work out, even though that's already a thing, but you can make it more optimized, I guess, with the leader update. All these other LFs, I mean, maybe Beerus could see more play. You run him Zenkai buff, him with, like, himself, and then kind of just see how he goes with, let's say, God Topo, and then you bring maybe a different yellow that's like an off color as your leader unit. To think of one off the bat, maybe you just bring like Android 18. I know it's more blast based, but you get what I mean. Like there's different scenarios you can build with teams with this update happening. So again, there's a lot of things to consider because we don't know what's coming. We know LFs are coming. We know a lot of LFs are coming. We are probably getting from right now, October 23rd to January 1st, right? Let me just ballpark it. New Year's. We're probably getting at least 4 LFs. If I were being honest, I would think 4 LFs, and even more so, with us getting this last free-to-play Ultra, at least for a while, like they said, I could easily see an incentive to have Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta be added to the shop, and then boom, build up your GT team. Like, save these up. Don't use these medals up here. I haven't even done my rush yet, so I'm not, like, worried about it, but save those up. Like, you don't need to Zenkai someone right now. Like, me right here. I don't have to Zenkai Black right now. I don't. But it's like I have everything else already done. I have no incentive to save it up. Maybe obviously to exchange for other stuff. But if you're not in the scenario of where I am, which I assume you're not because not everyone Zenkais every unit in the game because it's silly. And I don't recommend it. Please don't Zenkai every unit in the game. Not every unit's worth it. Most units, if not all units right now that are coming out recently aren't going to be worth you spending CC and or exchanging for them to Zenkai. Like, if Janemba got added to this, I wouldn't recommend you buy him from this, right? He's just not that great. He's free to play anyways. There'd be no incentive for you to buy him. But with all that, at least having 4 LFs, maybe 3 if they don't want to do dual LFs for Black Friday, which I would be very suspect of. You have a lot of options. So who would you prioritize, I guess, right? So we're going to keep going with the same thematic idea of the best of the best. It just makes sense. Don't go for something lower than that. It'd be stupid. It's silly. It's not smart. So since I made the other video, it was FSK that was probably number 1, right? Well, now it's Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Super Saiyan 3 Goku, he's the one you want to buy. Saiyans is way too good. You have both Zenkais for that team, both optimal meta, like the core right here. Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Namek Goku, they're both right there. They're number 1. They're number 2 just because they're so easily obtainable. It's like with hybrids, okay, sure, FSK is here, but future Gohan, you have to get it's an LF. Like, that's a core unit, and that's an LF. The Revival Gohan, he hasn't returned. He's probably not going to return for another 2 months. That's a core unit, right? So you optimize based off what's already there for you. Angel Vegeta, pretty easy to pull. He's on that Super Masters Pack update banner, I think. If not, then he's just going to be around on other step-up banners. The next All-Star banner he's going to be on, which is going to be in 8 days, because they come at the end of the month. And you have the accessibility here with Super Saiyan 3 Goku, with Namek Goku. They're all right there, right? You just pinpoint, buy them, good, you're clear. Then I would say FSK, just because, again, you do have that scenario of hybrids being goated, crazy, beyond belief. It's not a discussion, it's just a fact at that point. But it is more difficult to pull the units that are, I guess you could say, perfect for the team, right? Because again, you gotta get LFs, and LFs aren't that easy to pull. I know a lot of people have the right LFs, but pulling the right LFs is never an easy feat, I would say. I would know. I didn't pull full power Frieza, right? Then I would say Fat Boo. I know you're thinking, like, where's Ella Piccolo? Where's Goten? No, Fat Boo. To explain why, it's the same thing as Namek Goku and Super Saiyan 3 Goku, right? I wouldn't put Namek Goku that high up in the pedestal of where you should buy him if Super Saiyan 3 Goku weren't there. Same thing with Fat Boo. You have Yellow DKP here, so Fat Boo is 10 times more worth the purchasing earlier on than later on. To explain that, the optimal right now, well, more or less optimal, you could change out 1 or 2 units, and it's one of these 2 units, more or less optimal regen strike-based team, which is probably a number 3 team in the game, number 4, DKP, Fat Boo, then you can interchange one of these 2 units for Zamasu, and then the last unit that's core is LF Cell. Now, you don't need LF Cell, given you have 2 LFs to go from there, but you have 2 units that are completely free right here, right? So it's like, why would you not pick up Boo? He has the incredible lock-in. I know maybe you don't think he's going to hit that hard, which I agree with, but he still has the lock-in, he still has the team heal, he still has the self-heal, he still has the cut, he still can just be tedious, the strike ceiling, everything. He's just very tedious and very good in the respect of how much he's aged and Not necessarily his damage, but what he wants to do. He's a defense type, right? He doesn't want to do damage. He's a defense type. And then DKP, he's just annoying, right? With Cell, you can steal up to, steal. You can steal up to 2 balls, but you can remove up to 16 balls with him and Cell. Because if they have 3 revival units, Cell kills all 3 revives. That's 4 balls each. That's 12. Now, a normal scenario would probably be like 6, because Cell has cover chain, so he removes 2 balls. DKP has the main ability to steal 2 balls, and then, again, let's say you're facing off against 1 revival, then boom, you're up to 8 balls there, right? So, normal scenario, maybe 8, because you are facing a lot of revival units, even if they're not that great, you're still facing them. Cell has no type disadvantage to any revival units in the game right now, because it's blue, green, purple, red. He's chilling, he's not going to struggle, and even so, his damage is so off the charts that you really don't see a struggle if he were type disadvantage to any revival unit, right? So I feel like with the value of LF Cell, which, again, I understand this scenario of, it's an LF, like, come on, like, you can't expect me to pull him. Yes, but that's why I'm giving you the option of 2 units here. It's not just 1 unit, the same thing as FSK, no. There's 2 units here, and they are both core if you can't pull this LF or this other LF. And then maybe if you don't have Cell, you can honestly just bullshit this and run like LF Piccolo and like Kid Buu or somebody, like just on the off blast based team, and just run them here, because Fat Buu, again, he doesn't really provide much besides the lock, but if you could just optimize that with the LTKP, who has high damage stats, high damage output, at least when he first comes in, for at least, I think, 20 counts it is, or Kid Buu, who can just solo characters, or LF Piccolo. You wouldn't want to run yellow, yellow, green, but if you have to, who can also solo teams, like, it's a decent enough setup to where you can optimize a good regen team by just getting free characters, right? Then, my next one, you might think it is LF Piccolo, and it probably should be, honestly, it really probably should be, but it's not. And I'm not going to go through every fucking unit, because, like, if I start pairing them, like, you'll notice it. Like, I'll even say units are shit, you shouldn't even buy them at all, but my next one is Blue Goku. I do feel like we are due for some God Key buffs. Like, thinking about it, we got Zamasu, we got Purple Vegeta Blue. That was 4 months ago, right? We got these units 4 months ago. We're due for some God Key buffs. I do think Blue Goku will have more value as time goes on. He'll never age, I think, terribly. I think his tanking is very good. I think his damage is pretty good when he actually gets it going. Double Vanish, green card heal, quick animation blue card. He never will age badly. It's just that God Key isn't in a great spot, so I could easily see God Key buffs happening for these celebrations. Again, you have to factor in everything that can happen. Something that could happen is a God Key buff. Again, Mastered Ultra Instinct could easily happen. Boom, there's this Blue Goku. Boom, let's say that's the purple that they need. LF Master Ultra Instinct Goku, blue and purple. You're perfect, right? You don't want to revive Goku in that essence, because revival Goku's more reliant on Vados. Then you have to make another unit rely on another unit. It's like, I'm struggling here if I have to make units rely on other units, right? A lot of units kind of have that right now, and it's a big negative. But Blue Goku is not one of those units, so you have that discussion of who to run. Well, let's say if Master Ultra Instinct comes, okay, blue, purple, let's say for continuity's sake, he's strike-based. Blue, purple, red. You have Zamasu. If you don't have Zamasu, then you run, just Evolution Blue Vegeta at that point and just fucking chill out. And if you don't have him, run God Topo. If you don't have him, run, I don't fucking know. You have other units at that point. God Vegeta, Gogeta Blue. You have somebody to replace at that point. Because God, he has a lot of options for the colors that are good, but for the colors that aren't good, they have no options. They have no other alternate red options. They have no other purple options, because they're all pretty ass. But blue, green, yellow, they have all good alternate options. So, Blue Goku, with celebrations coming, I could see him gaining a lot of value. Then, to come back up here, then it's LF Piccolo. Blast Regen isn't perfect. I don't think it's amazing, but I do think it's workable. I do think it's good. You have Purple TKP, who's on this Masters Pack banner again, this new updated one, which, again, I recommend doing. Just do dailies on it. Promise you it's worth it. The Happy Weekend, also do your dailies on, because even if you don't care about those units that are on Happy Weekend, the UI Goku, Vegeta Blue, Broly, Gogeta Blue, They're gonna Zenkai eventually. You know this, like we all know every unit's gonna Zenkai in this game eventually. With that, just get them to 7 stars. Like if you pull them, great. Like there's no negative to it, right? You're getting the 100 CC back in 2 days when you log in during the happy weekend. Sure, you'll be down 200 CC, but it's like we get enough CC to where it's not that much of a big gripe, I guess you could call it, right? Like you get CC so many ways in this game, it's really not that big of a struggle to get CC back. At least 100 CC, it's really nothing. On top of them giving you it back at least once. LF Piccolo though, you have purple DKP. The thing is, it's that type of thing where LF Piccolo, you really don't have him high stars. Most people don't even have him Zenkai because he's pretty new. Same thing with Frieza here. That's why he's not being rated that highly, because you don't really have him done. Most people don't. I do. I got lucky, thankfully. I think I pulled him last year's New Year Guarantee Legends Limited banner twice to get him Zenkai, and that's hard to fucking do to even pull him on that banner, right? If you do have him, you have to run Kid Buu. You have to run Purple DKP. If you really want to, you run the free-to-play Kid Buu over... I mean, you don't run him over LF Piccolo because LF Piccolo is just that good, but you run him in a spot of maybe LF Kid Buu if you don't own him, which, again, it's a very big downward turn, but it is a team you can run. I just think he's that good to where he should be recommended. It's just that maybe if you own him, you probably already know this, so it's like, Then, okay, so my mind is telling me to say Frieza because Frieza is just better. But my thinking logic, which is also my mind, is telling me to say Goten because Goten is more obtainable. I would say Goten next just because hybrids. I think having Goten at least 7 stars is doable for most players. Frieza, I do not think the same because obviously Piccolo and Frieza came at the same time. Frieza did have Zenkai later, but it doesn't mean like Frieza returned more, right? Frieza probably returned less than Piccolo, if anything. Goten is good for hybrids if you're missing Revival Gohan, right? So let's say you want to do the FSK, kind of like how I'm pairing them off with Super Saiyan 3 and Namek. You could pair off Goten with FSK, it's just that duo is not as strong as like Super Saiyan 3 and Namek, Fat Buu and DKP. Yeah, this Goten and FSK duo works well, they're great for each other, but it's not as strong as the other duo, right? Then Frieza, if you have him, you already know. Get him for your Frieza Force, get him for your LOE. He's phenomenal, great support. He just offers so much, and with the leader update, you can see him have play on any team in the entire game because that blue card supply, everyone will want to use and abuse and love it. I will personally be using and abusing that blue card supply on every leader update team. You think about it like this. Let's say I run Vegeta Clan when it gets updated. I hate calling it that, but Vegeta Clan because that's the name of it. Then I run this Frieza. I run 8 Vegeta, which again is basically Frieza Force. Then I run Evolution Blue. So Evolution Blue goes neutral on his blue card. I have Frieza supplying me blue cards. I have Ape who can get me a blue card from his green card. Where am I struggling at that point? I'm not struggling. And then Ape builds up his blue card damage with Strike and Blast. So everyone's happy, right? You have Evolution Blue who can get below his 35 key after doing a blue card. Boom, he's getting damage inflicted. And he's neutral. And he's sealing their blast. You're honestly just chilling at that point. Like, that's a very nice setup. And this Frieza is the core of it. Like, he is the core of a lot of fun setups and great setups that'll come with this leader update. So please keep in mind, if you're gonna, like, if you're going to LFZ power any LF that's not Zenkai already, which, you look at them all here, I just recommend Frieza because he'll offer you so many, maybe not even just in terms of meta, but he'll just offer you so many different ways to play and enjoy the game with different setups with this leader update. It'll be actually so fun. I'm just saying. It'll be very fun. Like, you have to bring the leader unit. He's not a bad unit to bring, is the thing, right? He's really fun. He will be really fun. He's still really fun right now. Highly recommend. And then, to go over probably the last unit I would recommend on this list, I would say Green Broly. Green Bull is definitely going to be replaced soon. I don't doubt that. But for what he is now, and with movies probably getting buffs because of the 2022 movie, once again, he is going to have some value before he gets replaced. He has value now. I don't think he's necessarily amazing, but he's a good staller. That's his job. That's what he wants to do. He does it phenomenally. Honestly, he's worth it. If you have everything else already done that I said, I would say he's your next option then. If you really want to look at some others, just to point them out. Beerus you can do if you really want to. I don't think he's that valuable, but, you know, go for it if you really like to. Bardock, I just don't like Super Saiyan team. It's very one-dimensional, very top-heavy, so if you get hit, you're basically fucked on a Super Saiyan team, so I won't recommend him, but you can if you want to. There's other blue Saiyan Zenkai buffers that do exist. Namely, Goku is one of them, so you really don't need this Bardock, but hey, if you want to, go for Super Saiyans, go for it. I just don't recommend it, and the leader update will do 0 for Bardock because you want Super Saiyans, right? And then Android 18, you do have androids being a little bit better because of Cell, but Terminator Power 17 is just better, and if you own him, just depower him up. Like, if he's at 2 stars, depower him up to like 6, you'll see his value increase. Once he gets to 9 stars, you'll see his value just shit on Android 18's value, because she's just one-dimensional. He can do 37 different things. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of this. I hope it's helpful, because I hope it's helpful. If it is helpful, let me know, and if you guys have everyone already Zenkai'd, well, good job. You're just smarter than I. Let me know what you guys think, and if this is helpful, let me know. I'll see you guys in the next one.